What's up, Talk Sports? It's me, Detroit Lenny, here, joined with Robert Faringo and Raphael Esparza here on a Friday, April 17th, April 17th. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern, Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. This is called Docs Daily. We're going to go over everything you want to talk about today. If you want to talk about it in the chat, we'll be here for about 30 minutes or so. Robert's struggling. He's in pain. I could see it all over his face. We missed you yesterday, but I ended up going 30 minutes on my own, like solo, and the chat carried my ass. They did. They carried me all the way to the end. So shout out to the people in the chat yesterday. And we made Raphael. We let Raphael come along today anyway. So.
Why is he? First of all, why is he referring on pain? Did I miss something?
Slip disc or pinched nerve? Something. I don't know. Yeah, you know.
Pinched nerve, man. If anybody
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Old Father Time, undefeated.
It fucking
hurts,
I'm not gonna lie, it hurts pretty bad. My whole life.
I saw when we were going live. I saw you wince there, and I'm like, oh, he's in pain. Listen, Robert said about 70% right now. We'll say that he's 75%. He's struggling through it. His game time decision today, but here he is for you, the people.
It's playoff basketball, playoff hockey. You got to be a gamer sometimes, right?
Right. The injury report doesn't exist come playoff.
Right.
Raphael, we got NBA playoffs. We got play-in. I don't know why we're not calling this the playoffs, but whatever. Play-in, whatever. I don't understand why it's not called a wild card. We talked about that Wednesday, though. But
it's the same thing with the play-in basketball game with the March Madness. That should still be the tournament, but they call it the play-in.
Right. I get it. I guess it's dumb. Anyways, we got a couple games on today. I like Charlotte tonight, but we'll talk about that a little bit in the chat too. Don't forget about free $60 account. New customers, free $60 account, docsports.com/free60. That's where you can try out both these handicappers premium plays at absolutely free. You get $60, put in your account. You can try out a day pass, put it towards a week pass. There's some probably some NHL packages available for playoffs and NBA packages and stuff like that. So you can use that money towards whatever you want is the point to my madness here. Robert, what do you got going on tonight?
Nothing tonight, but I will have a big day tomorrow looking at a potential big soccer play. I've been on a nice run there. Hit a 7-unit play earlier this week in the Champions League. I have a big baseball play, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with some of these interesting NBA matchups. There's two numbers that I like on Saturday, one that I like on Sunday, but I'm not sure how aggressive I'm going to be in these game one situations. So we'll see.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Raphael? What do you got going on tonight? Anything
I have a big baseball play tonight. I have a 7-unit baseball play. I had a nice 5-unit winner yesterday, so hopefully continue it. The Padres, they're just red hot. You figure the Padres are just watching the Dodgers scores and say, oh, the Dodgers win. We have to win today because they just don't want a big lead in that division. I just like the way the Padres have been playing as of late, so I took them yesterday. So hopefully you can get back-to-back big unit plays in baseball. Nothing really big in the NBA. And I'm like Robert, I have a couple games circled in the NBA playoffs, but I want to see what kind of line movement we're going to see in the next 24 hours. And that one, I'm a little bit more excited on what the NHL comes out tomorrow. Pouring away. I mean, I don't want to burn into NHL. Why is the Vegas Golden Knights such a big favorite at home against UT? Well, we've talked about this before. The Golden Knights dome has not been friendly this year, and Utah just beat them on the home ice 4-0. So I jumped on that series price at plus 135 when it first opened up. I'm a little bit shocked that the Golden Knights fired their head coach, have a guy that hasn't won nothing in with them right now, and I'm a little bit blown away that Utah, no respect.
That's crazy. The NHL is I can't wait. I've been like. I think I've had like 3 plays in the last 2 weeks on the NHL. That's how light I've been, and everybody knows I love my draws and everything like that. And I didn't have anything really much, because I've just been waiting to uncork this weekend on NHL playoffs. Oh God, I'm just saying. I like some NHL playoffs action. That Minnesota Dallas series. If you guys will watch every minute of that game, that's just playoff hockey at its best. It'll give you Frozen Four vibes. It'll give you Four Nations vibes. It'll give you everything that you want in playoff hockey will be acquired in that Minnesota.
Why are you mentioning Frozen 4? You know where our boss is from, and they blew a lead 1-0 in a Frozen 4. Why did you mention that?
I want
That's
all the
just rude.
smoke. I want
That's
all the
just-
smoke. If anybody is looking
just
for
rude.
Tony George, he's got a broom out back picking up all the L's that Kansas City lost on the Tigers this week. I mean, it's been a little text messages back and forth. Game 1 was Tuesday, and he was on this show, and we, you know, friendly wager for the end of the season and some steak dinner or whatever. And then, you know, so we're going back and forth, whatever. And I'm like, and then they win 2-1. And then I sent him a picture. I just screenshotted the final score on ESPN and sent it to him. And then he responded back appropriately with a middle finger. And then game 2, we won in the bottom of the 9th. I didn't say shit because it was a walk-off hit, right? I didn't text nothing. I don't want to poke the bear already, right? He sent me the same different middle finger emoji, Tony Soprano, like in a shadow light, whatever, flipping me off. And then yesterday I had to just send him a picture of a broom. And then he really.
So me and Faringo should do a friendly wager today because my Cubs are playing his Mets today. Is that what you're trying to?
If I can take the Cubs and you have to be saddled with the Mets, then yes, I absolutely would be willing to make that wager. Yeah, they're kind of a mess. The good news is for Mets fans, they don't have to stay up till 1:00 in the morning to watch their team. God bless you. To watch their team lose pathetically. You know, they get it over by dinner time today. You know, look, it's still early in the season. And I'm not saying that, you know, as a Mets fan, like, oh, we'll turn it around. But April is always a very misleading month. You think you have it figured out by the end of the month. And then May has, and this took me a long time to figure out. May has traditionally been my worst month as a handicapper, just really, really overall, but especially in baseball. And that's one of the big reasons why things happen in April. You think you have it figured out with teams and pitchers and trends that are going to continue throughout the year. And then everything finds its level and everything goes out the window in May. So no, you know, let's not overreact to some things. We have some bad teams that are playing well, like Colorado, not a pushover. Washington, not a pushover on a daily basis.
Pirates.
The Pirates have pitching. That's what makes them tough today. Like today,
in every game, yeah.
That would be my free play, by the way. This was the play I cut off. I passed in baseball today. This was the play I was going to use. I like Tampa Bay on the underdog price. I think that they're still very, very undervalued, and I think they will be for a couple of months. But the kid that they're throwing out there, Bubba Chandler, and he throws hard. The kid average fastball is like 99, 100 miles an hour. He's just a big live arm. Yeah, right. He does, but it's tough. It's tough to bet against. I don't love betting against guys that have live arms like that. It's going to be a close and low scoring game, and that can go kind of either way. But I do think Tampa Bay is really undervalued right now. I like them as an underdog. I do think they win that game. That's the one I typed up, and I was like, I'm trying to be much more patient this year with baseball. And it's worked out so far for me. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just pass today and check it out tomorrow.
That's fair. I passed on a lot of stuff today. I got a few nerfies that I like, but I like nerfies at the beginning of the year. It's a good reliable bet. Sometimes you know, there's some in nerfies this year have been priced a little differently. Where the book, like Raphael said this on Wednesday, books are balancing out the nerfy prices and stuff like that. You're seeing that a lot more. I mean, I saw a Yerfie at minus 150 the other day. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, right. No,
I've seen as high as minus 165 so far. This is the highest
Wednesday,
I've seen.
Wasn't it Wednesday?
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
What game was that? What game was that? And was there a run score?
That's a good point.
While you were looking that up, I want to mention, if somebody wants a good quick bet, if you like those for the uninitiated, Nerfy, no run first inning, Nerfy, okay? Yerfie, yes run first inning. It's a simple wager in MLB, and Nick Mencken actually has a 7-unit daily prop play today. That's one of those. I'm not going to say what it is, but what's kind of nice about that wager is it's immediate, right? It takes one inning, you cash, and then you can dive into some in-game betting maybe in that same game, or you take your cash at, like, his game is at 7 o'clock. You'll know by 7:15, 7:20, like, whether you won or lost that bet. If you won that bet, you can jump on some 7:30 games. Like, you'll have your money in your account in time to bet on like a playoff game or a playoff prop in the NBA or something like that. So it's a good quick, you know, it's a lot. I don't release a lot of them, but it's a good quick hit.
I did an interview a couple of days ago, and they kept on asking us why, not just us, but everyone, all mainstream, why do we call them Nerfies? Because they're not listed in Sportsbook as Nerfies. They're listed as first innings. So I think it's a little bit confusing why we call them Nerfies. And then when someone's watching maybe brand new and see Nick's big play, and now he's trying to find Nerfy or Yurfy on DraftKings and FanDuel, it's under first inning prop bets. So make sure you look under first inning prop bets, and it's either yes or no on the run. Some of mine is a half or plus a half. So even though we call them what everyone likes to call them, Nerfies and Yurfies, but they're actually listed in sportsbooks under first inning prop bets.
You think football, maybe they do it and I just don't realize it. You think football will go to like NFL go to like whether or not you score on your first drive? They have those prop bets.
We had them in the playoffs. We do them for the playoffs.
Yeah, we had them playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
for
result
regular
of the
season,
first drive was punt. Yeah, turnover, punt.
Yeah, I know in the Super Bowl. That's what I mean. I know in the Super Bowl and stuff like that, but I wonder if in regular games. Hello to all of you joining the chat. Kimberly,
Yes.
I am Robert Faringo at Fox Sports. It is wonderful to meet you. And Sonny, welcome to the party. It's Friday. Let's get after it a little bit.
Kimberly's known as the chat queen around a lot of sports betting forums and stuff like that. She's a chat queen
here on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Well, we are happy to have her.
By the way,
with her presence.
I did some quick research real quick. It was the Angels Yankees. Run first inning. The Yankees did score a run first inning, and as high as it got was minus 180 on FanDuel.
Wow.
Again, was that yesterday's game? Because
that was Wednesday, April 15th.
Wow.
And that was the game that ended up 5-4.
Me and you were talking about it.
Yep, and we talked about how crazy it was because it was minus 165 at MGM. DraftKings finished at minus 170, FanDuel minus 180, Caesars minus 150, Circa minus 145. That's why you shop your lines, folks, especially on bets like these. They will fluctuate a lot in change. So yeah, I had to look through some. I'm like, I know we do. We talked about
that makes sense. I think I hit on the over that day in that game.
I hit that Yurfy
as well because the wind was blowing out. I think that was a big part of it too. There was like a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing out in that game. Also, while we're talking baseball, games that were on my card, just if anyone cares, but you came to watch me yak here, so maybe here. But the games that I'm looking at today, I kind of like Cleveland a little bit. Definitely like Atlanta. That was Tampa Bay and Atlanta were the two that I wrote up. Philadelphia has been really, really bad against left-handed pitching. Okay, I don't trust Martin Perez just yet. But Philadelphia and the Yankees are almost at that stage where it's just an automatic play. The Yankees as a team are hitting like 146 or 156 against left-handed pitching. Like Philadelphia is below 200. I just didn't pull the trigger there, but I think Atlanta wins that game. And a game I want to see the result of is Toronto, Arizona. Mike Soroka, like his peripherals aren't very good, right? Like his stuff doesn't look very good, but he's getting production. Arizona's hitting the ball really well. Toronto hasn't played very well. Like I want to see, that's a game where depending on who wins or loses or how that game goes, that might be a big play for me tomorrow.
That was a pitching change for Toronto too. Lauer was supposed to go, now it's Fisher. That was a pitching change about.
Oh, I didn't realize they changed that.
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. So that was one. It could have been one of my big plays today as I was researching last night with it. So now I'm glad I did it because you're right. Arizona can hit the ball, especially at home. I'll throw in a free play that this one was going to be my 7-unit play, and then I talked myself out of it. So I can guarantee you this one will probably win, and my 7-unit play will probably lose because we all know the rules on that. Padres Angels over 8.5. Why wasn't it a solid 9? Especially the way the Angels have been hitting ball. I know they're coming back from the Bronx where they just beat up Yankees pitching, but I really like this Angels team. They move runners over. They've been hitting a long ball. Mike Trout is just going nuts as of late. I really thought this was going to be like a solid 9, maybe a 9.5. I mean, the Padres have won 8 straight, and all those 8 wins, they're averaging almost 7 runs per game. I know they played the Yankees and hit up double digits, but still, I'm a little bit shocked at how that number wasn't a solid 9.
Jose Soriano. That's why. I mean, that's why.
Yeah,
Well, I agree.
They don't know. Like, is it real? Is it not real? Is he that dude? Is he not that dude? He's looked like that dude right now. And maybe the Angels like they're flying home after that East Coast trip. Maybe they're a little bit low-key, or maybe not as sharp. The Angels being another one of those teams that we don't really expect to be in it in August, but they're playing well now. They're winning some games and cashing some tickets, paying off at some underdog prices. So,
yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm on the Padres in that game. It's a little plus money action. I thought, it's a good bet right there. I mean, I think the Angels. If you like the Angels, you like them first 5. You know what I mean? If you go that route, because from there, it's you're throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks there. I mean, I could just say that. I want to give everyone. I got a Yurfie for you. Okay. I got one Yurfie today. And you think you could guess what game it's in?
Tigers.
Huh?
Tigers, no. I'm sure.
No. Tigers are Nerfy bets. Nerfy, Tigers money line. I hit it back to back to back. Ask the Kansas City Royals about it.
Dodgers, Colorado?
No, Atlanta, Philly. Tajon Walker is a Yurfie machine, folks. He is 6-4 in his last 10 to the Yurfie. Okay, so I run a lot of models for Nerfies that I do, but sometimes it spits out a Yurfie because the Nerfie is so bad, so that it's such a low probability for Nerfie that it's a high probability for Yurfie. I like that Yurfie today. It's actually a little juice. I paid like -120 for it. So
yeah,
I like that.
I don't mind that at all. Atlanta will be ready to hit today.
Yep.
And like I said, I kind of like the Braves in that game. That's probably going to be one that I wished I had left on my card, but we'll see. And let me see. I think I have it right here. Yeah. Again, don't forget to check your splits in baseball. Philadelphia is hitting 178 as a team against left-handed pitching. Seattle's at 166. The Yankees are at 160 as a team against left-handed pitching. All right. The top 3 are the Washington Nationals are hitting over 300 against lefties. So if you see them facing a left-handed starter this weekend, look at the over or look at the Nationals. And again, with the Nationals, you're still getting those juicy underdog prices on them. The other teams are the Giants, Dodgers, and Diamondbacks are all hitting over 280 against left-handed pitching. So again, don't forget to check your splits. Day games, some teams are better for whatever reason in day games than night games, things like that. You always have to be wary of over the long.
I knew about Cleveland because they took Matthew Boyd, my Cubs lefty, to the DL after they smacked him around. There's some tricky baseball today. I didn't go too hard on baseball. Like I said, I got a few Nerfies for Yurfies. I like Cam Schittler props today, just because I like saying his name. I'm telling you right now, I've always been a Cam Schittler fan because how do you not? He's got a baseball name, folks. Cam Schittler, over 6.5 strikeouts is plus money. I'm just, he's got, I think, 7.
Michael Wacha is another guy who's off to a real nice start.
He was good last year. I mean, I was shocked at how well he pitched last year.
Yeah, the last few years, frankly, looking at him since 2022, 3.32, 3.22, 3.35, 3.86. Like, this guy's pretty good, but he innings against the White Sox in his last start.
I can go 8 innings against the White Sox.
That's my point. Like, it's going to be a little bit slower going today against the Yankees. That total sitting at 8. That might be primed for an under right there.
That's tricky because I thought the Nerfy, for example, because I like the under, and when I like an under, I like the Nerfy. Or they usually correlate. And I thought that number was a little low. I thought the Nerfy was a little low. I thought it would be too priced. And then when it wasn't too high, I stayed away. I'm like, oh, no, thank you.
That totals up to 10. Well, actually, it's come down 10 and a half. We got some other bets in that Mets game, that Mets Cubs game. The wind is blowing out, folks. 17 mile an hour wind out. So I kind of like the over in that game. I respect both the starters that are on there, but I respect Mother Nature more. And again, the wind's blowing in that Yankees game tonight, so keep that in mind. Blowing out in Minnesota, 60 mile an hour wind out in Minnesota, so bump to the bats there.
And they've been hitting the ball lately this year. Who'd have thought the Twins would be hitting the ball this year?
Yeah, that total's only 8. That total's only 8 right now. I think that would be a second, maybe a third, because I gave you the Tampa Bay and the Braves. I like the over 8 in that Cincinnati Minnesota game tonight. I'm not really scared of either one of those pitchers. I like Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan's a good arm, but Joe Ryan is not like some number one dominator guy. And I feel like he gets priced like that an awful lot for Minnesota.
I like that kid Brandon Williams, though. Williams or whatever his name is, from Cincinnati. I think he's got a nice arm. I don't know. I kind of like the Murphy, but I could see that being one of those weird games where there's no run scored to the 7th inning and then it's all hell breaks loose.
Sure.
Kind of situation. But let's talk a little bit about the NBA in tonight. These 2 games we have here: Hornets, Magic, Warriors, Suns. Anything we like?
I mean, everybody and their mother loves Charlotte today, so it wouldn't shock me if
I got talked into it. I got talked into Charlotte. Like,
I feel like I
like
on Charlotte before Charlotte.
So do I.
On Charlotte.
I liked Orlando all week. I was like, I think they're going to lose at Philadelphia. I hit the under on that game earlier the week, the Philadelphia Orlando under. I like the under in tonight's game. Remember that Charlotte game was not going over. That only went over because of overtime and some fluke scoring in the last minute. Orlando doesn't score. They're not very good offensively. They are pretty good defensively. They only scored 97 points in their first game. And again, Miami and Charlotte were 2 teams that like high pace teams. And again, that total was headed for under 227 in that game. We're at 218 right now. I think that this is an easy under call with Orlando tonight. I won't be surprised if they win that game. I released a 1-unit play on Charlotte, I'll say, but like I said, I got talked into that. Basically, that is not where I was going with this all week. If this was the matchup, but there you go. I like the under more than I like the side. I should have used that.
I don't feel great about the Charlotte pick for probably the same reasons. I think I got like all I've heard all week was how Charlotte wants the Pistons. Charlotte wants to get to the Pistons and this and that. And the Pistons beef with Charlotte. And I'm like, I fed right into that narrative because, I'm Detroit versus everybody. I want all kinds of smoke. And so I think I wanted to pick Charlotte as soon as it was available. And now that everybody else likes Charlotte, I don't like Charlotte.
I had Miami.
I got three.
Miami
that makes me feel a little better. I don't know.
Earlier in the week, I'm still mad that I didn't make that a bigger pick. Like everybody's on the Charlotte bandwagon now, and I get it right now. It's a fun story. It really is. But should they be a road favorite in a playoff game right now? I just think,
they should have lost the game if Bam was playing that game. They don't win that game.
Oh my God, they probably lose by double digits in that.
Yeah, there's no way Miles does that reverse layup in overtime if Bam's in the middle of this. So that's why I'm waiting. I wanted to release Orlando, but I'm like, why am I going to release 3.5 when I might be able to get 4 or more in a couple of hours? Because Joe Public is all over Charlotte, and it's just the same thing. Same thing as the next game. Ooh, yeah, Steph Curry and all them blew up the Clippers. Well, us 3 could probably beating the Clippers that week. So much money coming in Golden State. The first 2.5 just popped back in about 10 minutes ago, so I could maybe get a better number.
I don't know, man. I kind of like Golden State in that game, to be completely honest.
I think Booker has a bounce back game
with the points and a teaser. That's what I wanted to do.
Like Phoenix just isn't it. Like they're 1-7 against the spread in their last 8. I like Dylan Brooks. Like we were talking about Dylan Brooks the other day, last time we were on Doc's Daily, Lenny, we're like, that guy can play on my team any day of the week. And you saw it in the Portland game, right? Like the Booker was in foul trouble. They weren't playing well, but Dylan Brooks, with just his heart and his effort and his antics and all that, he kind of like willed them into that game. They still lost. To Portland. And I think Golden State's a little bit better than Portland. So I don't know. I like, if you're giving me Steph Curry and the points, I'm going to take them. I'm not scared of Phoenix. Like I definitely like Golden State.
I nothing about Phoenix scares me, but I also don't know how much we get out of Golden State. I don't know. I'm on Steph Curry props. Over threes, over 4.5 plus money
by Oklahoma City. Like they will get trucked in that series, right? But they're not there yet. Like on a level playing field with Phoenix and Golden State, let's say that we think that these are 2 equivalent teams. again, I'll take Steve Kerr. I'll take Steph Curry. I'll take all that playoff experience. And I think they win this game outright. Let's put it that way. If you like Golden State tonight, I wouldn't take the points. I just take them on the money line.
We'll sprinkle on the money line. Yeah. I don't know. That's fair.
Wait,
for what?
I would jump on that now. I meant to say, because there's plus 130s that won't be there by close to tip off.
No.
Right.
It'll be like plus 125 or lower.
And you guys were all geeked up about the NHL. What are you guys seeing tomorrow that I'm not? Because I don't think I'm going to have an NHL bet all weekend. Same thing. I think I'm going to wait out all these game ones.
You just made him have a heart attack right now. Ringo, look at his face.
Yeah, excited he is. He's so excited. What? He's so excited. Look at it. Like
Christmas, man. This is like the USA Canada Olympics. This is every year. This is Hagler versus Frazier. This is
every year. Wow.
I don't know. Somehow Hagler and Tommy Hearns fight came on my feed the other day. I don't know how I got down boxing TikTok, but anyways, there I was watching.
I mean, I'm going to watch the games. I'm not saying I'm going to ignore the NHL, but from a betting perspective, it's like, okay, I kind of like Philadelphia as an underdog there. I'm not going to touch that Minnesota-Dallas because of what you said. And by the way, I don't know if you guys talked about this the other day. Like the NHL needs to go back to the old playoff format. Like this is a joke. Like this is ridiculous that Vegas, because they won their division, they're essentially the number 2 seed in this when they have the 4th most points in the West. Like the fact that Minnesota and Dallas have to play each other in this first round series, and then the winner gets Colorado in the next series. Like all that is a joke. Like just seed them 1 through 8 based on your points. Like why are we overthinking this in so many of these sports trying to tweak their playoffs? Like this is ridiculous. Like this year,
I don't like it.
I think is a complete and total joke. This Minnesota-Dallas series should be a second round series. Agreed. And I would have been betting on both of those teams in their first round series and making money. Instead, I got a series that I can't use.
I think what it does, though, like just to play devil's advocate, is it makes the bottom half of that, like the Golden Knights, Mammoth, Oilers, Ducks, does not matter because or we get a sleeper like Cinderella out of that side or that bottom half of the Western Conference. I'm going to call it the bottom half because really whoever comes out, the Avs take care of the Kings. Let's just say that right now. Okay, the Avs take care of the Kings. The Stars and the Wild beat the shit out of each other for 7 games, which makes it easier for the Avs just to get on down the line. I'm not over Golden Knights and Mammoth. I think the Mammoth are live, and the Ducks might just take the Oilers. Don't sleep on the Ducks. And the Ducks, if the Ducks and the Mammoth are in the second round playoff, that's a disservice to NHL fans. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's Charles Barkley terrible. I mean, now if the Golden Knights slip past the Mammoth, then you could have a Ducks Golden Knights series that will go deep. That series will go deep.
But what would it have been if they had used the regular standings? Wouldn't it have been Vegas, Edmonton, or something like that? Then like the 4-5, like that's so much better.
Well, the Ducks Mammoth is more
where that should be. Wild in the next round. Like, to your point, like let's say both the number 1 seeds do make it all the way to the finals, which they won't. Vegas isn't very good. Like I don't see them winning two series, but why should they have to wait until the finals, the Western Conference Finals, to play Colorado when that would have been their second round series? Now we could have gotten rid of them and then ended up with like a Colorado Dallas or a Colorado Minnesota. Like those have obviously been the three best teams in the West. They're just getting punished because of this stupid system. Like,
I'm not a fan of it. I think, I'll be honest. I would have loved to seen Colorado, Minnesota in the Western Conference Final. I would have bet large sums of money on every game to go into overtime, and I would have been ahead. I'm just saying.
Okay, the playoffs start now. Who's hosting the cup? Lenny, go.
Colorado.
Ringo
They've been the
doesn't care.
best team all year. It's pretty simple.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I like Buffalo.
No, they can't. Not their first time. Not their first.
I want
Okay,
I want the Sabres to shove it in a Bill's face that we won ours first.
hold on. Let's go back to my original question though. Like, what number do you guys see that's out there on the Saturday and Sunday games where like that? I am betting that. Like,
I'm with you. Saturday's games, I'm struggling. I'm sure I like Sunday's games more than Saturday. So I'm with you. I might actually pass on Saturdays.
like I like Buffalo. Buffalo is probably my favorite play of the weekend. That number is going to be creeping up around minus 150. So it's like, how much do I love Buffalo? You know, in that first playoff game in a decade, right? You know that the place is going to be rocking there, but it doesn't work like that in hockey. It doesn't work like that in playoff hockey. Like I feel like home ice in the postseason gets way overvalued on the price of these games. So, you know, if that game gets up into minus 150, minus 155, what are we doing?
I don't know, because see that Buffalo, that Bruins game, I would like Buffalo in regulation. That's what I would like. And that DraftKings plus 105 right now. I just looked, but I would like that route because I think the first game, they just it's too much to overcome for Boston. There'd be so much adrenaline from those players in that arena is going to be electric, right? And I think that's just going to play over into the play. Now, I'm not saying that they take that series. I think the Boston Bruins are going to give Buffalo a little bit of run for their money there in that whole series. But as far as tomorrow's games, I don't know how you don't bet the Wild and the Stars draw. Just saying right now, it's plus 300. If you don't sprinkle it, I'm just saying we've been doing it all year, and it's worked out. I mean, these guys have played. In the regular season, they played 4 times. It went to overtime 1 time, and it was 2-1. And to be honest with you, that's what I kind of look for in this game. Low-scoring games.
Yeah, I see a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring. I look at more totals. I'm not going to run to the side to jump all over.
And you're getting plus money on the under at 5.5.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a 3-2 game, 2-1 game, 1-1 overtime. I don't know. I think we could get a lot of low-scoring games in that series. The Senators could give the Hurricanes some trouble, but the Hurricanes are one of the teams from the East that could win the whole thing.
Yeah,
they're just that good. They just have the ability to turn it on and off when they want. But I'm rooting for Montreal. I'm just saying it. Canada needs a freaking win, folks. After the Olympics and all the other stuff, Canada needs a W. And Montreal, I hope you bring it to them. I do.
That's a juicy price on them also right now. I was looking at that as well.
You get 2-1 in series price in some shops.
But Tampa, not even for the series price, just in game one.
Well, game one, yeah.
Pushing up around plus 160 or like that. Like, I'm with you. Like, I think Montreal's pretty good. I think they can play. Tampa Bay has been kind of a roller coaster this year. And then they were playing really, really well where they looked like they were a potential sleeper, buzzsaw, whatever in the playoffs. Then they lose 4 out of their last 6 games. Don't look particularly good while doing it. So now I kind of don't know what to make of them. So no, I will be watching intently this weekend in playoff hockey, but I do not think I will be betting it. I'm going to look for some overreaction lines in some of these game 2s. And again, the game that I have the most interest in, if I'm going to make a move, it would be on that Buffalo game, right? Like maybe take them in regulation to get that juice down, maybe some plus money. But to your point, you're like, I think Boston can play with them. I do too. And that's why I worry about piling on the storyline. Oh, the Sabres are back. Place is going to be rocking, blah, blah, blah. This is a good veteran Boston team with postseason experience. They've been overachieving all year long. Like I could see them pissing in Buffalo's punch bowl and stealing that first game and putting the pressure on them. You know what I mean? Like that could be a savvy little spot. And also nostalgia, man. Yeah, thank you. Like sciatica, like this hurts, man. The worst part is that it's really not my lower back that's killing me as much as my knee and my leg. Like that nerve is just not doing its thing.
It's in different places where it's actually,
yeah. Like it hurts pretty bad, man.
We're going to get on out of here. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Don't forget we're on tomorrow, Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Griffin Murphy, I'll get his take on some NHL as well. You guys know how I'm going to roll. And if you're watching NHL, don't be afraid to live bet NHL. It's in my opinion one of the softest lines to in-play bet. because as soon as somebody scores first, I go the other way. I'm down. Especially that Flyers Penguins game, folks. Raphael, we should look for a prop. How many fights? There will be blood in that series. There will
I
be
got
blood.
some time. I'm doing it for WrestleMania prop bets and NFL draft prop bets.
That's
so
right.
WrestleMania
WrestleMania's this weekend. I'm leaving town. I'm heading to Arizona. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, folks, we're out of here. Don't forget about that free $60 account. You can jump on both these guys' premium picks for the weekend, today, all that good stuff. Free $60. Just click the link in the description video. Take you right over to the website. We're Docs Daily. We'll see you again on Saturday. Good luck unless you're against us.